Our story of an Austin, Minnesota woman, Mavis Redman, receiving over $360,000 from her deceased mother's Social Security account has sparked a ton of misinformed comments on social media. Many folks are saying the fraud was found because of the efforts of DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency. That is totally incorrect. Here's a copy of the actual federal charge against Mavis Redman. Look closely at the top of the title page, and you'll see the charge was filed on December 18th of 2024, meaning the investigation of this case started before then, before Trump was president or DOGE even existed. Mavis Redman of Austin, under a plea deal, has pled guilty to theft of government funds. Other charges were dismissed. The charge carries a maximum sentence of 10 years in prison. A sentencing date has not been scheduled yet. Here's how it all happened, reading from the federal criminal complaint. Quote, "The Social Security Administration, an independent agency of the United States within the United States government, has administered a number of federal benefit programs, including retirement insurance benefit programs. Retirement insurance benefits are monthly cash payments that cease to be paid upon the death of the beneficiary. The defendant, Mavis Redman, a 54-year-old resident of Austin, Minnesota, she is not eligible to receive Social Security retirement insurance benefits." The defendant, Redman's mother, passed away in January of 1999. Prior to her death, defendant Redman's mother had been receiving Social Security retirement insurance benefits, which were deposited monthly into bank accounts belonging to the defendant, Redman's mother. Those payments should have stopped following her death in January of 1999. The Social Security Administration was not informed of the death of defendant Redman's mother in January of 1999 and continued to deposit monthly Social Security retirement insurance benefit payments into her mother's bank account. Beginning in or around January of 1999 and continuing through in or about July 24th, the defendant, Mavis Redman, did knowingly and intentionally devise and execute a scheme and to defraud and obtain money by means of materially false and fraudulent pretenses, representations and promises, and concealment of material facts. Defendant Redman devised and carried out a scheme to collect her mother's Social Security retirement insurance benefits after her mother's death in January of 1999 by failing to notify the Social Security Administration of her mother's death and later posing as her mother to ensure that Social Security payments did not stop after her mother's death. It was part of the scheme that following her mother's death in January of 1999, Redman contacted the Social Security Administration to inquire hypothetically about termination of Social Security benefits in the event of her mother's death, and the process needed to initiate termination and required documentation. It was further part of the scheme that Redman did not inform the Social Security Administration of her mother's death, so the Social Security Administration would continue to deposit Social Security retirement insurance benefit payments into her mother's bank account. As a result, the Social Security Administration continued to make payments intended for Redman's mother. It was further part of a scheme that Redman continued to access and obtain Social Security payments from her mother's account and fraudulently converted the funds to her own use. It was further part of the scheme that Redman fraudulently posed as and impersonated her dead mother to ensure that she continued to fraudulently receive Social Security retirement insurance benefits intended for her mother. For example, on or about November 7th of 2023, Redman called the Social Security Administration office in Austin, Minnesota, posing as her dead mother. During the call, Redman frequently attempted to update her mother's address on file to match Redman's address in Austin, Minnesota. It was further part of the scheme that on or about June 4th of 2024, Redman personally visited the Social Security Administration office in Austin. During the visit, Redmond impersonated her dead mother in an attempt to obtain a fraudulent Social Security card in the name of her dead mother. Redmond also completed and submitted a fraudulent application for Social Security card using her dead mother's name, date of birth, Social Security number, on which she forged her dead mother's signature. She also presented her dead mother's expired Humana health card and a letter from the Social Security Administration to her dead mother, which she fraudulently represented to be her own. It was further part of the scheme. Redmond again impersonated her dead mother during a Social Security Administration office visit on June 20th of 2024. During the meeting, Redmond attempted to obtain fraudulent Social Security card in the name of her dead mother by completing and submitting a fraudulent SS5 application for Social Security card using her dead mother's name, date of birth, and Social Security number, and on which Redmond forged her dead mother's signature. She also presented her dead mother's expired Medicare health insurance card, Humana health plan card, and birth certification, which she fraudulently represented to be her own. Based on Redmond's fraudulent representations, the Social Security Administration continued to make monthly Social Security retirement insurance benefit payments to Redmond's dead mother for more than 25 years after her mother's death. Redmond continuously accessed her dead mother's bank accounts and fraudulently obtained and converted these Social Security funds to her own use. In all, from in and around January of 1999 through in and around June of 2024, Redmond fraudulently obtained more than $360,000 in Social Security payments intended for her mother, and to which Redmond knew she was not entitled. Again, under a plea deal, Redmond has pled guilty to theft of government funds in an investigation and charge filed before Trump became president and before DOGE even existed. I'm Neil Carlson reporting for iNewZ.TV.